You, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with another episode. This is your boy, the Doordash Revolution. Please subscribe, like, and share this video and leave comments down below. Crushing Grubhub's $200 a day challenge. But what's the catch? Based on these statistics, to make $200 a day with Grubhub on an average hourly rate, you likely need to work around 13 hours per day or around 66 hours per week. After reading these statistics, I went to embark this journey to pursue the Grubhub $200 day challenge and to see is it possible. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I have 5 tips, I have 5 strategies that I will share with you today. But before I do, we've made this attempt 3 times, ladies and gentlemen. And the first time when I made that attempt, ladies and gentlemen, I will share the results with you. I have a video coming out dealing with these results. I missed the mark by a little less than $16. And then, ladies and gentlemen, I want to also let you know that I tried a second attempt, okay? And it was like $196.18. Missed it with less than $4 away. And ladies and gentlemen, in this video, I will talk about my 3rd attempt. And this was the amount that I actually made, ladies and gentlemen. And we're going to talk about it. What was the catch? How was you successful at doing it for the 3rd time? What was the things that you learned in this challenge? And it took you the 3rd try to make sure that you could make $200 plus within 1 day on Grubhub. All right, here it is, ladies and gentlemen. To no further ado, we're going to do a breakdown of this receipt here. This was in July the 5th, 2024, $202.07. Delivery pay was $71.61. Tips was $130.46. As we looked at 83% completion rating. Now, we want to sit here, ladies and gentlemen. It took me right at 10.5 hours to make that money. Let's go ahead and we're going to do the mathematical calculations on that. $202.07 divided by 10.5, which is 10.5 hours. All right, here it is right here, ladies and gentlemen. Zoom in. As we look at it, we're going to hit the equal sign. As you see it, I made a consistent amount of $19.24 per hour for 10.5 hours. To no further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into the meat and potatoes of this information. I have 5 strategies, 5 strategic tactics or techniques that I use to be successful in how I crush Grubhub's $200 day challenge. And here's the catch. Point number 1, create a realistic strategy for success. Have some type of plan. Have a plan for setting goals with a concept strategy. To determine the minimum wage per hour, per shift, and per day in your city. Then carefully choose the best pre-scheduled blocks for assignment opportunities. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as I went ahead and did research in my market, according to the information I found out in my research, that here in this market, the average drivers make anywhere from $12 to $15 an hour. Intermediate, $17 to $19 an hour. Nationwide, $20 to $25 an hour for advanced drivers. So we took the minimum amount and used it as a realistic approach on how to make $100 a day. A realistic approach on how to make $150 a day. And a realistic approach in making $200 in 1 day on Grubhub. So if you're looking at $12 times 9, that's right at 108, I believe. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, so we started first with the minimum wage amount, the lowest amount on that tier that we knew could be realistic enough for us to reach that goal. So when we did that and we went ahead, we went to the next step, was able to make over 150, then the next step right at $200. Step number 2, know your demographics, the locality of your market. You got to know the best peak hours and the busiest times when Grubhub diners order from their favorite restaurants. The business districts, the local businesses, the hospitals, and more. You want to be where there's business events, business conferences. Yes, where businesses or people are coming in and they're doing large catering orders and multiple stack orders and group orders and all this. You have to be in those areas at that given duration of time in order to maximize your earnings. Yes, your high-end clients that deals with professionals such as lawyers, doctors, corporate executives, realtors, and business people. Then you have to concentrate on those business districts in your region where they're ordering the most, your clients are ordering the most on that Grubhub app from them Grubhub restaurants. Most importantly, choose carefully the best pre-scheduled blocks for assignment opportunities, because soon as you start accepting these job assignments, usually these customers will be, or these clients will be, your repeat clientele. Better business etiquette, quality customer service, excellent professionalism, great communication is the key in getting repeated clientele and be assigned to these repeated clients on these job offers due to your ratings and your business practices. Number 3, color code indexing of hotspots. Don't chase hotspots. I have a playlist out there, and it's the Grubhub Masterclass 101. Check that playlist out. I talk about this in the previous videos in that playlist. I will be adding this video on that playlist. I'll be adding the other video that's supposed to be published before this one. The struggles, the hiccup, the trials, the tribulations, the traffic jams, the supersaturated markets, the competition in your market, the long wait times, the challenging factors in trying to figure out where your customers are, what restaurants they're ordering from. That will be in that next video, and be sure to watch it when it gets published. Now let's get back to color code indexing of hotspots. The color red in that hotspot, the faded red in that hotspot, the color orange in that hotspot, and the faded orange in that hotspot, and the invisible orange in that hotspot. Now let's go ahead and dive into this. Red, the color index that identifies the driver receiving an offer or updates for new assignments. Once that hotspot flash, it changes color from red to faded red. This color index identifies that the driver accepted the offer, assignment, and proceeding to the pickup location. It flashes again once the driver arrives at the pickup location, the color orange, and verify arrival at the pickup location, but have not yet picked up the order. Walking from the car to the parking space until check-in with the merchant to see is the order already ready or do they have to wait. Faded orange, that screen flashes. This color index identifies that the driver has verified that the order has been picked up and navigating to the drop-off location. Hotspot flashes again. Now you see an invisible orange, look like it's almost gone. This color index identifies the driver arrival at the pickup location and going through the completion process is in progress. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Step number 4. Scheduling blocks for your Grubhub Shift. Check that playlist out on that video. We talked about an 80-20 rule. 70-30, 65-35. Which one of those rules will work for you to where you can make consistent money, $100 a day, consistent money, $150 a day, and more frequently make $200 in a day on Grubhub. Scheduling blocks affects your schedule commitment ratings. What you mean by scheduling blocks affected? When you don't schedule enough blocks, it affects your schedule commitment ratings. The less blocks that you schedule for the week will decrease your percentile on the schedule commitment. Don't drop blocks, ladies and gentlemen, on your shift. Grubhub will penalize you 5 percentile to up to 20 percentile, and you will lose access to high priority offers. Once you lose access to high priority offers, you will not be able to make $200 in a day. You will not be able to make $150 in a day. And it will be harder for you to make $100 consistently in a day unless you do almost double the hours. So yes, the ratings do make a difference, and the ratings are very imperative on Grubhub, Premier and Pro. But first of all, we will be talking about that in the next video. Grubhub Driver Partner Ratings Program, program levels and rewards. Dealing with the ratings here. Offer commitment rate is based on how many offers you accept and follow through on, as well as how many offers you unassign after accepting. On time arrival at the merchant rating is based on how quick or how prompt you arrive at the merchant to pick up orders. All right, the faster you get to the pick up an order, the faster you receive that order, the faster you drop off the order, the faster you receive another job assignment. It could be back to back, stack, triple stack, quadruple stack, or even large orders or catering orders. Schedule commitment rate is based on how many schedule blocks you complete and how many you remove from the schedule you created. Now, yes, ladies and gentlemen, I hope that this helps you, and be sure to look at the next video where we go into a deeper dive on the Grubhub program levels and rewards and talk about these different ratings. Peace and take care, and we see you in the next video.